I decided to get up and the rain seems to have stopped. So I've come out to have a look over, climbed over the ridge. And now I'm down the other side, the other valley. The wind is blowing uphill, which is great. I've got the wind in my favour. There's plenty of sign around. I'll show you what I'm looking at here. So, sit here for an hour, see if anything comes across. I can see the hut from here. It's about 400 metres away. There's plenty of sign. Fingers crossed. Cooking up some breakfast, with some coffee. Some granola. I'm going to make some milk using condensed milk. You just add it to the hot water and stir it in. You've got milk, and then you've got hot breakfast. You see my breath? It's cold. Cold. It's nice. Nice place to be. The view just keeps changing. You can't see anything behind me. There's nothing to see. It's just grey sky. It really feels like it's going to snow. I don't mind snow, small amount of snow. Better than rain. It's so irritating. See the stream going off the water? Almost there. Just had a really great poo. I know you wanted to know that. Pooing in the bush is a lot better than pooing in the toilet. It's quite liberating. Right, I am so desperate for this cup of coffee. No idea. Yes. Right, so what I might do now is, how much water have I made there? Maybe too much water. So any water that you don't use, don't keep it in the pot, pour it back in your water bottle. And then it also stops your water from freezing. Two birds with one stone. Yeah, you know how I said I was going to make a bench? I didn't need to. I've got this tree with moss on it and a back support right next to the tent. That's so nice to sit up. Look, tents suck. They're uncomfortable. Yes, you can get that chair thing, but you're hemmed in, so they do suck. In a hut, like the mole hut, of course it's better. But, as I said, you could be anywhere. So what's the point, really? It's not working, is it? What's going on there? Oh. Yeah, so what's the point in being in a cold hut with nothing to look at, freezing, when you just think, oh, I could do with a fire in here. That's all you think. But when you're tenting, for some reason, I guess it's like bushcrafting, I guess, you know, it's like when you've made your own place. When you're tenting, you don't really feel that. Because you make do. You know it's not going to get any better. So I've mixed that condensed milk in with water, and now I have milk. Exactly the same as milk. And it's hot. When I add all this, I'm sure it's going to melt a bit. This is a massive breakfast, but I've got a long way to go today. I've got a really long hike up the top there. I don't want to get cold. If I've got a decent breakfast in me, I won't get cold. Oh yeah. I've got to show you this. Doesn't look like much. At least it's hot. Okay, admittedly I've got too much milk in there. But so what? It's hot. It tastes good. Well, it tastes okay. You're on a wonk. Sorry about that. I'm not fixing it. My view. How do I explain it? Just changes all the time. The clouds, and then you see the clouds lift a bit, and then there's snow everywhere on the tops. Yesterday when I got here, the mountain behind me was covered in snow. Now snow's above it. I can see the trail up. There's a fair amount of snow on it, but I can walk around it. I've got crampons. The ridge line does look a bit precarious though. I don't know how far up I'm going to get. There's got to be some chamois up there. I don't really want chamois though, I want deer. Might see a deer pop out of the creek. Anyway, I'm going to have my breakfast. And I'll catch you up later. Just thought I'd show you my water source before I do my big walk out of here. I've come down that hill. So it's definitely snowing in the distance there. I can see it coming down. But that's not coming towards me, I hope. That's my water source. It's pretty deep. Can't see the bottom. Goes down a long way. In summer, ooh, jumping in there in summer. Tell you what, that wakes you up. Going right up there. See how far I can get up there. Look at the ranges over there with the snow on. Unbelievable. Yeah, let's hope I don't get snowed on. I'm going up there lightweight. All I've got on is my base layer, middle layer, and this very thin, windproof, silent Under Armour top. Got my Stoney Suppressor trousers on. my gaiters. And in the pack, just see behind me there. In the pack I've got my gloves and a beanie, just in case. My EPIRB, my PLB. Right, I'm gonna get some water just for the trip up, and then I'll stop back here again and fill up completely my extra bottle as well. Let's get dinner on, because this could be a long one. See you later. So, I've come from all the way, over there, over that ridge. I've come up this ridge here, so I've walked all that way. I'll overlay a map, so you can see I'm looking down into the creek, seeing if there's any animals down there. I'm going all the way up to the top there. There. Yeah, there. Right up there. Got minimal gear. I was hot. It's freezing cold, but when you're walking up here, it's hot, so I've had to strip right down. Got everything in my pack. Behind. It's got a little bit sweaty, but tiny bit. Left the top open to vent. So we'll see if there's any animals up here. I doubt there'll be any deer up here. Don't think there's much food. Still quite a bit of snow around. But maybe there'll be a chamois on the other side. I just got to keep climbing. I think it's almost 10 o'clock in the morning. All right, we'll see how this goes. About halfway up. That's where I've come from. All the way down there. The tent is over there. This mist has just suddenly, in the last minute, dropped down. So there's some sort of temperature inversion. This cold air is sinking, which means I'm going to be in the clouds soon. Just over there you can see there, that shining thing, that's Lake Rotorua. And you can see the tops over there. In fact, I can feel some snow. You can see the tops right around there. Got quite a bit of snow around me. Some avalanche material over there. Some sign up here, not a lot. Looks like I'm about to get clagged in from nowhere. Suddenly got cold and this cloud has just suddenly descended on me. It's quite weird. Look at that. It wasn't there a second ago. This is why you've got to be really careful on the tops. You can feel it. A little bit of rain or snow. The weather up here changes just like that. And you can be stuck, stranded if you don't know where you are, if you don't know what you're doing. You've got to have the right gear to get out. Or if you have to hunker down, all sorts of things like that. Right, I better get moving. I don't think I could take a shot anyway, but I'll get moving and then get up the top. And I might just head straight back down again because this looks pretty bad. All right. Sit rep. Been going an hour. It's starting to snow. Don't know if you can see that on me. The temperature's really dropping. There's some cloud coming in. I'm almost at the top. I'm at 1,500 meters. I'm just having some trail mix. A swig of water. I start to feel a little bit cramp. My hamstrings, probably because I pushed it pretty hard yesterday. Cramped up last night actually. Just hadn't had enough salt, not enough to drink. So I've really been trying to drink a lot. Yeah. Not sure whether to carry on or not. I think I should, now that I'm here. I can't walk on the track because the track is completely under snow. All the way up, it looks like. Might be a little break further up where it's not under snow. Up there. But it's going to be tricky, I can already tell. Trying to get around it. Yeah, it's at least the scree is clear. Might be able to find my way around that. Anyway, I'll push on. Maybe I'll see a chamois over the hill. If anything, I just want to get a nice panoramic shot. The thing is here, as quickly as this stuff can come, it can go as well. There's no way the sun's going to come through though. This cloud is definitely here to stay. And the temperature's definitely getting colder. I can feel it on my hands now. My hands are now starting to get cold. So, I'll get moving. I'm looking forward to getting back, having some lunch as well. Okay, see you later. Okay, I'm calling it. Gosh, I call it avalanche material there. It's got really cold. I know I've got extra gear, but I'm not walking in that. I'll start sweating. I'm perched on the side of a hill here, because I don't know if you can see, probably can't. There's a snowdrift above me, which is the track, it's the path. And walking sideways on this stuff, it's impossible, it's so slippery. I've just walked through here. The snow is quite firm, it's quite compact, but I really don't want to be up there on a snowdrift. That won't be any fun. And where I was going to lie down and glass, there's about a 7-foot snowdrift blocking it. And I can see the track is, now I can see where it's completely covered. That would be such hard work. And to get up there for nothing, because it's totally fogged in. It was clear this morning. Oh well. What I don't want to do is get stranded up here in the really shitty weather trying to walk out either. So I'm calling it a day. I'm going to head back to the tent. I can actually see my tent just down there on the edge of the bush. It's a really, really tiny grey speck. Yeah, I'm just over 1,500 meters. So it was just over an hour. It was a good trek. Didn't see anything. There's no sign up here at all. No sign of chamois or anything. It's just too cold for them still. But it's amazing because just down at the bush, they're everywhere, everywhere. Nice view of the lake just over there in the distance. It's vast country up here, vast. Such a big place for the deer to roam. This creek here, it's called Bull Creek. Lots of deer down the bottom there. If you carry on down Bull Creek, you end up on the Derval River, and then you can walk out to the Derval Hut, and you can actually get a water taxi back to St Arnaud. But I'm parked at the bottom of the Jameson Ridge, so that's no use to me. And also, that's not a nice walk down Bull Creek. There used to be a track, but that's pretty much gone, grown over. But there would be so many deer down there. Anyway, I think what I'll be doing is going back, warming up, having something to eat, and then go and find a nice glassing spot. Get my puffer jacket on, my gloves and everything, hunker down, and just wait. Because it will be an early night tonight. Just wait for the deer to maybe pop out. See what happens. Means walking back with my headlight on, but not a big deal. All right, catch you later. Well, made it down. Just got 10 minutes back to the tent. I've got to get some water. Stop off at that tarn on the way. That's where I've just come down from, up there. Yeah, and the fog, the cloud came down, so it wasn't going to happen. It's a bit warmer down here. It was mighty cold up there. It's very calm, very peaceful. Just the birds. Hopefully later there'll be just some deer and a big bang. Right, tent, here I come. Sit rep. It's grim. I'm glad I came down off the top when I did. As soon as I got back to the tent, it started raining. Now it's pissing down. This isn't going to be fun. And this looks like it's really set in. So what do? If I really want to stay in the tent, it's going to be grim. Nothing worse than a wet tent. This wasn't forecast. It was like a little bit of snow was forecast. But this looks really set in. So I'm going to pack up the tent. I'm glad I pitched up by the trees because I can move everything in here to keep it dry. I'll pack up the tent, pack it all up, and I'm going to go to the hut, which is 20 minutes over and down. It's a horrible climb down. It's a horrible climb out, but at least the hut will be dry. I can hang my gear, have something to eat then. Yeah, that'll be better than being in here. So I'm going to pack it all up and I'll report back from the hut. See ya. Ooh, okay, latest sit rep. I've got the tent almost down. Good thing about this Hubba NX is you can dismantle the inner separately so it doesn't get wet. That's crucial, because you don't want your inner wet. And you can see it's freestanding, and I've taken all the pegs out. But the beauty of that is then you could just use a footprint if you want in decent weather or semi-decent weather and not use the inner at all. It's a great tent. Yeah, right. That's the last thing I have to pack up now is the rainfly and the poles, and then it's down to the hut. And it's a bit of a grim climb down, but yeah, it is what it is. I'll show you what the hut is like on the way down there. See ya. Oh, almost there. And guess what? The sun is trying to break through. So I've come from all the way up there. I don't think the camera does it any justice. It's a long walk down. But it is a beautiful valley. So if I walk over this hill, there's the hut. Oh, what a sight that is. It's still raining. I'm glad I did with this. I'm glad I pitched up the tent, because it's still crappy. And I know, blah, blah, blah. The worst hut is better than the best tent. In the rain, yeah, especially so. In nice weather, not so sure. Right, got to get to the hut. Get a brew on. Get all my gear out that's wet. Dry it all out, hopefully. I could do with it stopping raining. I could do with the sun coming out now, so I could dry the tent out, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Anyway, to the hut. There it is, mole hut. A bivvy. Back in the day, it used to be a real piece of crap bivvy. Bit of tin. Not much to it. They've improved it, but there's no fire here. I don't know why there isn't a fire here, but there isn't. It's a cold hut. But it's my hut for the night. It's dry inside. Mole hut. 1,160 meters. Let's take a look, shall we? Rifle down. There we go. Oh. Doesn't smell that great in here. The last two guys in here, two American guys, must have stunk the place out. Oh, they've left the rubbish bag here. Isn't that nice of them? God, some people, they haven't put the mattresses back, haven't done anything, haven't swept up. Nope, nothing. Unbelievable. Guests in this country, and I bumped into these two coming down the hill. I thought they were really nice guys. But they obviously couldn't be bothered to tidy up after themselves. Wonder what they wrote in the hut book. Huh. And they didn't even bother filling in the hut book. Unreal. What was their problem? Hey? Listen, if you're going to come to New Zealand and you're going to stay in the huts, clean up after yourself. It's the polite thing to do. And you fill in the hut book, so if anything happens, you don't turn up, you go missing, anything like that, your intentions are in this, your intentions are in this book. That's why it's called an intentions book. It's so they can come and find you if they know what way out you've gone. I hate that. Really hate that. Anyway, I'm not going to let it get me down. Let's open the window. Get some fresh air in here. Unpack all my gear, get a brew on. Yeah. See if I can dry some stuff out. It's still raining outside though, so I doubt it. It's going to be a nicer night in here than it was last night in the tent, that's for sure. All right, catch you later. I'm in the hut. Got all my stuff. Unpacked everything. Bit of a mess. I need to get a brew on. I need to go get some water. There's a stream right next to the hut. Unpack some food. And just chill a bit after all that walking this morning. Get everything out of my pack. Didn't get very wet. This Tatonka Bison pack, you can fit so much stuff in it, and it's just built so well, and it's so light. Even though it's basically a 100-litre pack, it's lighter than any local pack I've found in New Zealand. It really is. I don't know how they do it. Expensive materials, I guess, but it's a good pack. Got my sleeping bag out, all puffed up, ready on the mattress. Everything out, airing. Outside, got my tent hanging out precariously. I'll just show you. Trying to get some air to it. It's just stopped raining. So I might go and hang it up outside, see if I can get it dried off. If that sun comes out, it would be one hell of a blessing. But I can still see spits of rain and no wind. There's no breeze out there at all down here. So without any breeze, just set this up here. Without any breeze, nothing's going to dry off. Yeah, and it's still raining. My trousers are wet. Dry on the inside, wet on the outside. I don't know how I'm going to get them dry if there's no wind and no sun. We'll just have to see. Fingers crossed something happens with the weather. Right, I'm going to get all my chores done. Check back on you with a feed. Cooking up, it's cold in here. Cooking up my lunch. What I've done is I've mixed pasta chicken curry with couscous, some butter, and some sweetened condensed milk to make milk. Be a bit sugary, be a bit sweet, but that's okay because it's curry. Curry can be sweet. Sweet chicken curry. Now the texture, because I've put couscous in here, is already amazing. I was going to show you then, but I can't bother. Salt and pepper to taste. Looking good. Got my latte. I'm so hungry. Deserve this lunch after that big walk up the hill. So the situation outside is foggy. Cloud is coming up. It stopped raining, so I've hung my tent out and my trousers. So I'm back in my shorts. Try and let those trousers and gaiters dry out. I'm going to keep my boots on, just insulation. I'll just take them off before I put it back on again. Turn this down a bit. I think I said before, this Dragonfly stove, add some water to this. This Dragonfly stove is unbelievable. And you can simmer. Listen to that, it's so quiet now. But you can't do any of this with a jet boil, so just remember that. You might save in weight, you're then limiting yourself to what sort of meals you can have. Rehydrated stuff is pretty bland, but you can get the decent stuff, which is this sort of stuff that does actually taste pretty good. And I've got this on, barely on a simmer. It's just bubbling away nicely. Man, if I get a deer later, I'm going to cook some ice steaks in here. And to hell with my rehydrated meal. This is already looking good. Pasta needs to do something. I have to mix some salt and pepper in. Need my salt. I'm feeling it cramping. Please don't rain. It's a nice breeze out there now, which is what I need. There was some sun. For 30 seconds the sun came out and it was warm in the sun. It had some heat in it. Now it's gone. It sucks. I've got to admit though, this is so much nicer than sitting in that tent. It just is. Got a bench seat. Got my little padded pillow. It's all good. This is almost good to go. Couscous is going to be so good. Pasta's not quite there yet. And with the pita bread and everything else, this is a massive meal. Dinner can be really light. Right, I'm going to finish this up and I'll come back to you in a bit. So, I've had that big lunch. Sat and chilled for a bit. Listened to some Audible. It's now my spot. It's a vast country. If I do get something, man, this is going to be hard taking it out of here. Got to cross over a really big ravine, but it's also the way back to the hut anyway, so it's not that big a deal. This is my view. Spectacular. Very lucky. Amazing to have all this land to yourself. So, sun's still up a bit, but they might come out soon. If there are any in there. Might come out for a wander and a feed, while there's still a bit of daylight left. I might see them crossing the scree. Lots of different angles. Hard country. Hope the weather holds. Be making my way back in the dark, which won't be any fun. Anyway, hunker down and wait and see. I've changed spot. Now, I'm on the other side of the hill. I'm hoping something comes out of the bush fringe in front of me. I walked down there earlier, and there was a lot of sign. So, I've got a feeling something might come out and have a look. I'll show you where I'm at. That stuff behind me, over there, that's where I'm looking at. It's about 200 meters to the closest bit of bush. Easily doable shot. The upside is if something does come out of there, that's my way home. So it's a good job all round. No luck. It's too dark now to take the shot, although in the camera it looks a lot brighter than it is. But it's not. The camera is magnifying the light. I can't even make out the difference between the trees and the grass over there at the moment. It's so dark. Right, back to the hut. Try again in the morning. See ya. Well, back at the hut. Didn't get anything, it's too dark in the end. Didn't see anything, plenty of sign. We'll see what the morning brings. It's cold in the hut. It would be worse in the tent. At least I get to walk around here. Hey, an observation for Apple. When you are using the camera and you want to have the torch on at the same time, the LED light, I know it's on the rear,
Just give me an option to put it on. It's so stupid. You can't actually do selfie mode and still have the LED light on the back. And the point is, you could do that and reflect it on something and then it lights everything up. But no, Apple knows best. If it was Android, you'd be able to do it. There'd just be a switch, you know? But Apple, they just don't listen. I wish they were a bit more like Tesla, you know? You tweet Elon Musk a good idea when you're an owner of one of his cars and he goes, ah, that'll be in the next update. Love that. Apple just don't want to know. It's whatever they want to do whenever they want to do it. Whinge, 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 moan, moan, moan. Right, gonna have a hot chocolate. But first, gonna have a swig of the good stuff. Been waiting for this. Cheers. Oh, I needed that. VSOP brandy. Oh, God, that's so good. Right, gonna have my hot chocolate. Not gonna have anything for dinner yet, it's a bit early. Not gonna make the same mistake as last night, although I am absolutely exhausted, but I wanna have a decent night's sleep tonight. Hopefully I'll get that. Well, I'll catch you later.